Yeah, so number 9 is 0.67. Number 10, cosine of 89 degrees comes out to be what, Amy?
0.02.
Yep, 0.02. Nice job. And number 11, the tangent of 55. Tigger, what's the tangent of 55? Kaylee? Suitor? 1.43. And the sine of 6 degrees, Reagan? 0.10. Nice job. All right, so now that you're familiar with using the sine, cosine, tangent functions on your calculator, we're going to use those same functions and use them to solve for some of the missing side lengths. Okay, so number 13. I want to find each length, round our answers to the nearest hundredth. I'm going to place just the letter X on where we need to solve. Okay, so I want to find DE here. Well, DE is right here. Okay. I want to find DE. If I look at my triangle, I'm given angle E, and I know that side, and I want to find that side. What trig function do you suppose I'm probably going to have to use? Sine, cosine, or tangent? Which trig function uses the opposite side and the hypotenuse? Sine. I'm going to have to use sine here for number 13. So I'm going to take the sine of 27 degrees, because that will equal the opposite over the hypotenuse. And just like that, it's the exact same problem we had in our first warm-up. No. Close. So with that, what is the sine of 27 degrees? 0.45. That's what you're saying. So 0.45 equals 18 over x. And now I want to solve for x. So solve for x here is just really 18 divided by 0.45. Some people earlier were just set into like a proportion. If you want to think of it as a proportion, put it over 1. You can think of it as that way to help you out. Some people thought it was easier that way to look at it as a proportion. That's fine. Okay. But you're going to solve for x here now. And basically it's 18 divided by 0.45. And I get an answer that is what, Tech? 40. X equals 40. Now, something to think about here. In a triangle, which side is always my longest side? The what? In a right triangle, the hypotenuse is always the longest side. So make sure when you're solving these, you always check that your hypotenuse is your longest side. That is important. Okay. Let's try number 14. I want to find FH. Okay, I want to find FH. So there I'm placing X on FH. I know angle G is 31 degrees. What trig function deals with the opposite side and the adjacent side? Which trig function am I going to use? Tangent. I'm going to use the TOA here. This is a tangent function. So same thing. I'm going to set up a trig ratio here. So the tangent, tangent of 31 equals x over 10. The tangent of 31 is 0.6 equals x over 10. Now, what's the one step I have to do here to solve for x? All I have to do to both sides is what? Multiply by 10, right? Just to get x alone, just multiply by 10. So I take 10 times 0.6, and what's x come out to be? X comes out to be 6. there's our answer.
My script calculator does do this.
Does it?
So I have to do is write it.
Number 15. I want to find JK. So JK I'm going to label here as X. Okay. What trig function do I need to use here? Oh. Which one? I need to use cosine. Nice job. So cosine of 18 equals adjacent x over hypotenuse 34.6. Very good. So what is the cosine of 18? 0.95. So 0.95 equals x over 34.6. Nice job. Solve for x here. And what do I get x to come out and be? 2 decimals, 100th. What's it come out to be, 2 decimals? Very good. X equals 32.8 what? 0.87. Very good. Again, the biggest thing here is you have to understand SOHCAHTOA and set up the correct ratio with the correct trig function. Okay. Number 16. I want to find US. Okay. I want to find US. Here's US. I know angle U. What trig function am I going to have to use here? I'm going to have to use cosine again. Nice job. Yeah, that would be the cosine. Let's go over. The cosine of 66 equals 22.5 over x. Does the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And then I solve for x. What is the cosine of 66? Point what? So I have 0.41 equals 22.5 over x. So I'm going to take 22.5 and divide it by 0.41 here. And x comes out to be what's x come out to be, anybody? Very good. 54.87. Nice job. Okay, the biggest thing again is understanding which one you're using, sine, cosine, or tangent. It's all about what you're given. Do you know opposite and hypotenuse, adjacent and hypotenuse, or the opposite and adjacent? You have to look at the triangle to know what you're given. Try these 5 on your own. The first 3, all you're doing is writing the ratio or the fraction and the ratio as a decimal. Okay, that's all it is. You're just setting it up as a fraction and ratio. Just kidding.